The Detroit Lions knocked off the Seahawks last night. They handed Seattle their first loss of the season in those black uniforms, and Jared Goff was perfect. Sometimes we say that. This time we mean it. I mean, he was perfect. 18 for 18. The most completions in a game without an incompletion in NFL history. Threw for 292 yards and a couple of touchdowns. And we know a guy who loved that, had a front row seat for it. Aidan Hutchinson on that defensive line, a front row seat to that mastery last night as he joins us on behalf of State Farm. Aidan, what did you think of that performance?
It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just watching him go out there and ball out, and really the whole offense too. I mean, everybody was clicking. You know, I think there were 5 for 5 in the red zone, and Jared had breaking an NFL record. I mean, that's always special. And so I haven't really got to see him too much today, so I'll have to shoot him a text.
I was reading some headlines out of the locker room that said that Dan Campbell did not give Jared Goff one of the game balls. He handed out a couple of them and didn't give one to Jared. What was the scene like in the locker room? He later apologized for it, said he should have.
Yeah, it was. I don't think anybody really knew that he didn't have an incompletion, you know, and so and there were so many. I mean, so many guys were just having a crazy game on offense. So I didn't think anybody really thought too much of it in the locker room. But then, I mean, we were all in the team meeting this morning, and Dan gave Jared his flowers and stuff, and so it was good. It was good, and I think Jared, he'll be all right.
Well, you guys are off to another great start. This season, though, even entering it, just felt different from an outsider's perspective than any other Lions season because, you know, for years we talked about are the Lions going to break through? You know, when are they finally going to win a playoff game? Well, you guys did that last year. Now you're in a different position. You're the hunted instead of the hunter. What's your sense on how that shift has impacted this season so far?
It creates different dynamics, you know, and it's different expectations for every game as well. You know, teams, you're going to get every team's best shot, you know, because when we're on their calendar now, we are seen as, like you said, as the hunted, and we're kind of seen as one of those top dogs. And I think, you know, you got to know that you're going to get every team's best shot, and so that definitely changes the way you got to view things a little bit.
Oh, you are hunting quarterbacks, and you lead the league in sacks entering this upcoming week. I'm gonna list off some quarterbacks, and each one I list, tell us whether or not you sacked him or not. And if you have sacked him, you can even go back and relive the moment if you'd like to. But I'm gonna start with Aaron Rodgers. Have you sacked him?
I have. I'll never forget those ones.
What do you remember about the Aaron Rodgers sack?
Rookie year, final game of the year. We were out of the playoffs, and so we were just playing free, and I got a couple of them, and I got an interception on him earlier that season as well. So I got to get a little bit of production on him before he left the division.
Okay, so you've sacked Aaron Rodgers, picked him off. How about Dak Prescott?
Dak, yep. Dak, I have. Past 2 years, I've been able to have multi-sack games against the Cowboys. So we got the Cowboys coming up next week, actually. Not next week, in 2 weeks. So hopefully we can repeat some of that. Yeah,
out of your bye, you got Cowboys and Vikings, 2 big games on the road coming up. How about Lamar Jackson?
Lamar, I was close last year a bunch, and I didn't get him. He's slippery. He's fast. Unfortunately, I couldn't get him.
Along those same lines, Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray, stacked. Last play of the game, or like second to last play of the game. Finally got it. Doesn't matter when you get it, but you get it. You know.
C.J. Stroud.
We'll see. That's the plan this year. First time playing him.
I do have it on good authority that you got him.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, I was thinking about the NFL. I did get him in college a few times in a game.
Yeah, 3 sacks back on November 27th of 2021. Here's one a little bit off the board. Sam Darnold.
I don't think so. I do not think so. I think we played him at Carolina maybe 2 years ago, but I don't think I ever sacked him.
You haven't. You get a chance in a couple of weeks to do that. One more. Jordan Love.
Jordan Love has been sacked by me. That's a fact.
Who is the favorite sack that you've had in your NFL career so far?
I think my favorite sack. Oh, you got a whole list of them that I can look at. Oh, nice. I mean, it's kind of easy. I think Aaron Rodgers. That was my rookie year too. So it was like, it's a moment I'll never forget.
Did you guys say anything to each other when you sacked him?
Not too much. No, I was just happy. I didn't have anything to say to him.
Hey, Aidan, I want you to take us back to over the summer. There was a video that went viral. It was really sweet when you passed a kid in the airport that was wearing your '97 Detroit Lions jersey, and you made sure to go up and make his day. Take us through that moment and what it was like.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm with my family and stuff, and you see some people or some little kids walking around just super randomly, just wearing that '97 jersey, sometimes you want to go out and do something special for them. And my sister like pulled out the video camera, and I'm trying to get the cameras down, but we're like, all right, we're in it, whatever. And so we do. I'm able to surprise this kid. He has this awesome reaction. The parents are geeked, and it was special. And I think just doing little things like that are very unexpected. And I know if I were a kid and I was wearing a jersey, and if the person whose jersey I was wearing came up to me, I would have flipped. So I think it's a cool thing to just put things in perspective a little bit.
Whose jersey did you like wearing around as a kid?
I had LaDainian Tomlinson. I had Tom Brady. And if those guys would have walked up to me, I probably would go speechless.
Aidan Hutchinson joining us here on behalf of State Farm. Tell us what you guys are cooking up.
Yeah, so I've had a great collab with State Farm. They are all about putting a spotlight on unexpected bundling, like home and auto. And they wanted to collab with me, a guy who bundles dance with football quite often. I have my spin move that I'll use to get to the quarterback, which is also shown in this video. And I also have I have a couple dance moves for after I get a sack. So it was a great partnership, and it was just right that we worked together.
Were you starstruck when you met Jake? I hear from a lot of celebrities who do those commercials, and they're like, "Oh, I got to meet Jake from State Farm."
I know, it's so funny. He's so great. I actually met him before that. A few years when I was working out for the combine, he trained at the same place that I was training at. So that wasn't the first time we met, but no, he's great, super good dude. Yeah, I mean, so I'm hoping to work with him more in the future.
Aidan Hutchinson, thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy the bye week.
Thank you, man. You have a good one.
Detroit Lions 3-1 going into the bye week, and then a couple of big games on the road. The Cowboys and the Vikings. That's a team the Lions are looking up at right now in the division. The Vikings, the only undefeated team in the NFC right now at 4-0, a game ahead of Detroit in the division.